Okay, now we will see the next data. This is the business blueprint. I already explained what are the different activities we do in the business blueprint. We discuss the as-is business process with the business and understand the process, and then we prepare small presentations about each process, and we explain to the business team, and we collect the concerns or any gaps in our understanding. Those gaps will be fulfilled, and again we update the version 2, version 3 documents or PPT, and we explain to them. Okay. So once they understood everything, then we will go with to be documentation PPT. We call it as a business blueprint walkthrough PPT. So this entire BBP walkthrough presentation will be prepared, and we will explain to them. This is the process how inbound happens. If you have two consultants, then one person will take care about inbound, one person will take care of outbound, and internal they will share. One person will take a physical inventory, one person will take care about the same inbound person can take the internal processes like bin-to-bin transfers or split pallet, okay, these kind of processes. So based on the workload, they will segregate and they explain to the respective audience. The inbound team will join. In some warehouses, inbound and outbound both will be same. If they can work together, they need to know both the transactions, because if the inbound flow is more, then outbound, some of the outbound team members will go to the inbound area to receive it. If the outbound is very high at the month end, then inbound is not much, then some of the inbound members will go to outbound area to do the picking process. So mostly in the warehouses, in our experience, there is no dedicated team for inbound or outbound team. Some of the office members are dedicated because they should know more details to interact with the customer, to talk to the customer, or to talk to the vendor. So they used to keep that office people as a dedicated people, but operators wise, there will be the flexible they're supposed to have. Okay. In the business blueprint, what deliverables we are going to have, the document business blueprint with the flow, what exactly we are going to do in the business, what exactly it is going to happen for the next few months, what are our strategies, and all those things will be done. Okay. If you see this, what are the main decisions and all completed, and this signed off the process design, what process we are going to follow in the next few months. Okay, what is the solution we are going to have in SAP for the inbound process, what solution we will have for outbound. Okay, these things will be happened in the business blueprint phase. Okay. These things I explained, like activities in BBP phase, in the account manager, project manager, the consultants from IT team, and client team, the higher management, project manager, process owners, the core team members. The core team members can be a warehouse officer, a senior officer. These people will attend who knows the business process very well. Okay, we understand the discussing about the as-is and preparing the to be, and the level 0 training. Sometimes we give, if they are very new to SAP, we give how SAP log on and how SAP screen looks like. Okay, how the RF gun look like. These kind of some basic training we provide to them to give an idea. And the key data structure document has to be prepared. Sometimes BBP, I told you, like here I mentioned the KDS finalization we use for this one. So the KDS preparation starting will happen from the BBP itself. Okay, the KDS preparation, because what are the naming, the KDS contains, right, what kind of different storage types they want to have, storage sections they want to have. But in my experience, although we start in KDS preparation at this phase, still it will go at the initial stage, because they don't get the proper clarity about the warehouse layout, and they always, based on our suggestions and thinking, they will make some modifications to the warehouse structure, and we will give suggestions. Let's say avoid fast moving materials near to the loading bay area, because fast moving materials, try to keep it in the near to the loading bay area. Slow moving materials, we try to keep it inside. We give such kind of suggestions, then they will adopt it and they will make some changes to their warehouse layout. Because slow moving materials, you don't have to be kept near to the picking area, loading area, because they always occupy the space, but the usage is very less. So let's keep our strategy, the slow moving material, let go to inside of the warehouse, so the forklift person cannot go inside and take it, and operators cannot go inside. It will save time. So if the nearest area, if you are having the fast moving material, they always come fast, and we place within few seconds because of the nearest area. And picking also, the picker will go there and pick it and come to loading area. So we can improve the picking and placement. Both the processes, we can fasten it.
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. These are the activities in business blueprint, and now we'll see the what the roles of consultants at a high level. I will tell you. In business blueprint phase, mainly we participate the kickoff meeting, and what are our counterpart, like exactly to whom we need to interact, like the warehouse team. If they have an inbound team and outbound team, they will give two people. One will explain about the inbound process and the warehouse, how they keep the stock and how they monitor the stock, those things and all we need to understand. And outbound, and how they generate how the requirement, how will they get the outbound deliveries or the requirement to send this material to this customer. And today these many trucks we need to plan, this month this is the plan, how they get the information, and how these are all discussions we do in the business blueprint phase to understand the as-is processes. Then we prepare to be documents, like we prepare some presentations, and in the presentations we explain to them, yes, this happens like this, and if you keep the process, inbound process can be like this, and you can improve by keeping the rack to improve the space of the warehouse, and by adding additional racking you can improve the warehouse space. And for the bulky items we will keep this area to keep on the floor, and for the small items which you have frequently we take loose quantity, let's dedicate this area where user can the picker can pick easily. These kind of suggestions, everything we provide in the 2 by. Once they are okay and everything is fine, then we prepare the business blueprint walkthrough document, BPD or BBP walkthrough presentation. In this presentation, we explain the process by process to the business team. In the business team, will understand and they will ask some questions and they will have some concerns. We need to explain those concerns, and if still there are open things, we need to provide a proper solution. And the gap, what are the gaps we are identifying which we cannot fulfill with SAP standard, then we need to prepare the gap list. Okay, I will show you the gap list template now. And then we prepare the business blueprint and KDS document. Okay, so let's for the technical consultant wise, in the business blueprint phase, we won't have any ABAP involvement, because we don't know how many gaps, how many reports we are going to develop, and how many new RF screens we have to develop, and is there any interfaces with other systems. Okay, these are all kind of different gaps. First we identify, then we finalize the list of rise of objects, like list of reports, interfaces, conversions, enhancements, forms, all those stuff, and then we start the realization phase. Let's check some documents what we have used here. This is the one. Okay, now let's see here. First we will check the document of gap list. Okay, okay, we can see the what kind of gap list we have prepared for WM. Let's see this now. Okay, this phase is for WM. So requirement. Currently they don't have EDI, means that the vendor is not sending the information. The import suppliers are not sending the advanced information. So we have proposed EDI. Okay, EDI to receive the advance shipping information from the import suppliers. So because when the import supplier starts sending the materials, at least it will take a month or 20 days or 15 days time to reach to the factory, reach to the warehouse. So if they can inform the 15 days back when they start the goods, they can send that, yes, this for this purchase orders we are sending this 200 quantity, and that information they can store in a file, or they can store in any kind of medium, so that through EDI we can read the data, and through any interface we can use it middleware, and we read the data and we receive to our SAP system to generate inbound deliveries. So in SAP we can call it as an inbound process. Okay, it comes under inbound process. Import suppliers to generate inbound deliveries in SAP automatically. We call it as a vendor confirmations and all. The gap, no advance information about stock receipts, no auto inbound delivery creations. Okay, these are some gaps which we are fulfilling with this BPD number, because we will keep the numbers, right? First we start with master data, maybe 1.0, then inbound process we can give 2.0, whatever the number we need to give here, and the as is number, if the business is also having any document to represent this, that number we can give. And what is the solution type? This one, this comes under interfaces, because we are going to have an IDOC to receive the data, and we are going to have this. And another thing, in inbound process only we have another gap. I will give an example. Custom inbound delivery report to check the status and also generate put-away list form from the report. So here what they want to do, they want to have a custom inbound delivery report. It's like VL06I. Let's open our SAP. This report looks like similarly like VL06I, but we need to have, okay, it should be slightly like inbound delivery monitor kind of report, but they want to have a report with details like the plant, material, everything they want to input. Like we can say they want to input the plant, storage location, warehouse number, and material number, maybe purchase order number, inbound delivery number, vendor code, vendor number, and if they have any other invoice number, okay, if they are already advanced based on invoice number, the invoice number which is available in inbound delivery number, anything, any details they want to input, and that output should show the inbound delivery number and the material, the quantity, all the details should be displayed. And from there they just select the inbound delivery and click on put-away list print. So system will create in the backend transfer order from the inbound delivery, and it will print a put-away list. The put-away list contains, okay, the put-away, for example, this is the inbound report input screen. Okay, this is inbound report input screen. If you see the put away list form, the put away list form looks like this. Put away list form sample. I'm just giving the field details, the layout and all. You can just, the put away list form contains at the header it will show you, maybe it can show you the vendor details if they want to have, or else here the put away list is mainly for the S number and material quantity okay. Material quantity unit of measure and material unit of measure, storage type, storage bin, okay, and they want to have the vendor code and any remarks, the remarks they can enter. Okay, at the top we will have transfer order number. For example, transfer order number can be 10023 like that, and the barcode, it should have a barcode also, because that barcode only will be scanned to enter that, so they can have some barcode. Wrong selection. Let's have something else. Okay, we can say some 1D barcode. That 1D barcode can be like this, because when they do the put away, they scan the transfer order and they do the process if they want to have. Okay, how the design, what exactly they want to have, like this. I just have we can get the barcode if required. We will have in Google also we can get any barcode generator. Barcode generator. Okay, we can take any one barcode like this. Okay, it can be okay, we can have a barcode like this, and the number also we can display, so that by using that number and all they can scan it. So the put away list form contains the material quantity unit of measure and from which storage type you want to have. Okay, these kind of gap we are going to fulfill, which cannot be done in SAP. So gap will be custom inbound delivery report to generate transfer orders in the backend based on user selection. Whatever the inbound deliveries the user will select and click on the put away list, system will generate the inbound delivery transfer order from the inbound delivery in the backend. And also print put away form immediately in the backend based on transfer orders. Okay,